Hello and welcome back to this hobby of ours. My name is D. In today's video we're going to be talking about watch storage options, how to store your stuff. Now you should be storing your watches in the bank vault, and before you put them in there they got to go into something else first, right? The first one is the Rolex Coffin. Right here, you can get these on eBay, since you probably want to get one at a Rolex AD. Then, as my boy G Money calls it, the Watch Taco. Oh no, delicious horology. You can fit 3 watches in here, a spring bar tool, and some extra straps if you so choose. We have the Casebudi, ballistic nylon type, totally tactical. This was made to hold 3 watches, and as you'll see in a moment, you can fit a few more in there. You'll understand in a few minutes. And my favorite one is the Pelican 1075 case. This was made to hold an iPad, but I've adapted it with the pick and pluck foam to hold watches, and I'm giving away that design intellectual property on this video. You'll see here you can store 8 watches plus a few more things, and I was really excited when I came up with this. Glory to God in all things, giving me the inspiration for that, and I'm excited to share it with you. So let's have us a look. Here we have the very famous Rolex Coffin. Ostensibly, these are the containers that Rolex has shipped to the ADs. I don't know, because I've never bought one at an AD. But I've got a nice Omega in here, the Seamaster 120. And this container is best, I feel, for watches on a bracelet. If you put a watch that's on a strap in here, it can misshapen the leather as it goes around the styrofoam. But it's really perfect for a braceleted watch because it keeps the bracelet from touching the case back. The only challenge with this is, you got this big hole, obviously not airtight, not meant to be, and good for shipping. And you can pick these up on eBay for $5 a piece. Ask me how I know. They're also there for $20 a piece, never pay that. But not a bad way of storing some watches. Next we have what my buddy, my boy G Money calls the Watch Taco, this right here. This is a tool pouch, available at countycomm.com. Listing below. This is not a paid for sponsored video, but wow, would it be great to have them sponsor me, because then I could save a bunch of money because I buy a bunch of their stuff. But this was this started its life as a pouch for holding tools. Of course, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I could do some watch stuff with that. So you can hold up to 3 watches inside here. One in the pouch, one in this pouch, and then one going up the middle. You might be able to even store 2 out here, but that's probably too many. But it even has a hole in the spine, or rather, pouch in the spine, that you could put a spring bar tool in. What I like to do, though, is I like to put watch head on a strap going this way, watch head strap going this way, and then watch head on a bracelet going this way. And what you do is you take your watch that's on a bracelet, clasp side up, you get one of these microfiber cloths, and they make these in different colors, right? There's I bought like a 4-pack. The blue I put on my divers, white on dress watches, black on motorsport, and gray on aviation inspired. So you take one of the corners on the clasp like that, put it under, and then over once more and under. And then once it's through, you bring it back around and under. It's like a little baby, like a little swaddling for a baby. And then you put it in your Watch Taco, and you're set. This is like a neoprene material, super soft. If this was on a strap, I wouldn't bother using the microfiber. I would just put it in the middle, or they can fit in there pretty reasonably. Keep watching. We're going to do a video on this one. Beautiful Tutima watch. You can slip that in there like that. And then this one in there. And because the heads are opposing, they're not going to crumple over one another. And it gets a little bit crowded, but this is a watch storage option I recommend for travel. You can slip this into a briefcase, to a backpack. And you know, I wouldn't stuff 4 or 5 watches in here, but certainly 2 or 3 would be serviceable in this pouch. And then these exteriors, you could slip some extra straps in here. Let's see what that looks like. Extra strap. As long as you're careful, it's not going to fall out. I wouldn't store watches on the outside. That's just me. But G Money called it the Watch Taco. And they come in a lovely variety of colors. Next case up for consideration is this little gem. You would classify this as a watch roll, and it's from Casebudi, and it's ballistic type nylon. It's got a cute little handle, how nice. And this is really awesome. It's a little bit pricey, it's around 40 bucks, but it's worth it, especially if you need a storage solution for watches that do not fold flat, or because of the strap, they can only be stored in a roundish manner. You'll see in a minute. You can store 3 watches in here. Comes with these, rather simple, foam inserts. But what's really nice is if you've got a watch that, due to its bracelet, doesn't fold flat, you can't store it flat. So you need a cylinder type solution for it. Great, secure, and I dare say tactical. Gorgeous. But there are other things you can do with this if you take the styrofoam out. I love G-Shocks. But the G-Shocks are rugged, they're rubber, silicone, whatever, so you don't have to baby them. I'm not exactly proud of what I'm about to show you, but all of my G-Shocks are in here. I've got, this is a Sunto, and this is the Pathfinder. We're going to do a little video about this Sunto. This is the watch from the Equalizer, Denzel Washington. And then I've even got one slipped inside there. So you can store 5, 6, 7 Casios in here pretty easily. I'm completely comfortable with this, even though it's a little too close for comfort. But I don't need a bunch of them for my G-Shocks. Love this little Casebudi. Little buddy. You can get these on Amazon. 40 bucks. Totally worth it. And now it's time for the Big Daddy. And some proprietary hobby of ours tech, if I may say. This is the Pelican 1075 case. This started its life being meant for iPad storage. And this one is not the one with the hard plastic insert that actually has the spacing for the iPad, the charger, etc. This has the hard pick and pluck foam, which you'll see in a minute. I've added one of these little things over here on a cable. This is used for keys, and you can slip a little piece of paper in there and write down the names of what you've got inside. But it's pretty airtight, semi-water resistance. I'd have to check Pelican's website, but certainly rugged, certainly a little bit tactical, and certainly will keep your watches safe. And here we are, the hobby of ours technology, the proprietary pick and pluck design that I'm officially giving away for free because I'm showing you. I don't mind sharing, giving back, and you can't really patent these inserts, and I've got no business, no idea, or no interest in building my own. So what do we have here? Watch head, watch head, spring bar tool, and a slot for a container that holds spring bars. So you can hold 8 watches in here on strap or bracelet. And if you're industrious, in addition, we'll see in a moment, in addition to the 8, you can also, if you wanted, have a couple of flat laying watches across here. So probably a max of 11. But if I'm being honest, the most I would put in here is 10. And we'll see that in a minute. So this is the pick and pluck foam portion. This is the eggshell. This is just a bottom piece of foam. But this is the key portion of it. And I'm just going to leave that there so you can check it out. So there are 2 squares here, 4 across, 2 across all the way through the midsection, 4 across 2. This is 5 cubes long. This section is 4 cubes long. And then let's see, we got 5. We've got 10 in here. And if you pick and pluck this according to those measurements, you can have your very own self-made hobby of hours Pelican 1075 case. And what I like to do is, if you're going to put your spring bar tool in here, this is not the Bergeon 6767. If you have that tool, which is the preferred tool, let me pull that out actually. You're only going to be able to insert it in here with one of the ends installed, otherwise you're overshooting it. Nothing's perfect in life. But you can put a little canister up there, spring bars. So if this is your collection, this would be awesome. And more importantly, this is kind of tactical, right? I don't advocate for those watch boxes that show the world what you've got. Ideally, your watches should be at the bank in a safety deposit box. If you're going to keep some watches in the house, hide them. You don't need people to see your watches. If you're going to bring them out to show a buddy, that's one thing, or a friend, whatever. Your lady friend. I wouldn't show your girlfriend either. You put them in this. You could hide it in a drawer. You could hide it under some furniture. It's easy to hide is the point. And I also put these in here. This is one of those moisture desiccant packs that, since this is going to be closed and semi-airtight, pretty much airtight, I put those in there in case there's any moisture. Helps with that. Let's take a look at one of these that is fully loaded. All right, admittedly, it looks a little bit like a slumber party and or a bunch of bodies, but I already demonstrated how we like to wrap, me and the voices I hear, how I like to wrap my watches with the microfiber cloths, and they're not touching. If there is ones on strap, if you got one on a strap, it is going to overlap another strap like that. And then if you wanted to, you could lay, very carefully, lay another one across. Maybe slip it in there like that. It's kind of pushing maximum at this point, but here we have 10 watches in a very confined space, and if you close this and snap it shut, they're not moving anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They are completely safe, completely surrounded in either foam or the cloth, protecting all elements of the watch, the crystal, case back, bracelet, etc. Even the clasps of the straps are protected. And for me, I am extremely pleased that I came up with this little design. Glory to God in all things. But I love it, and happy to share it with you. And like I said, this little thing is just for me personally, so I can know what's inside the box without opening it. That is the Pelican 1075, the piece de resistance, free of charge from Hobby of Hours. Hope you enjoy it.